This is a quick overview of WrestlingIQ's Scramble Maker feature. Scrambles are like round robins in that it's low competition, exhibition style matches. There's no stats recorded. This is great for inter-squad events and small local events. First, if you're having people pay for this match night experience, what I recommend for this is creating a registration of camp clinic type. I know it's a little odd, but that's the best one for this use case. The reason we do that is so that we have a roster. So when people sign up, they get auto synced to this roster over here. I've preloaded some with registrations. All right, let's get into the scramble itself. Create the scramble. Here, type of scramble, we'll leave it there. Make sure you link your registration roster here. All right, fill out this as well. Next, you'll get into the scramble here. If you're just a host team, you can ignore this first screen entirely. If you are a league wanting to do scrambles between teams, that is a separate video you can watch. Let's ignore this for now. All right, check-in. This is where WrestlingIQ Scramble feature gets a little interesting. You should have this check-in screen at the front desk or at a pairing desk. Wrestler should come into you and check in before pairing begins. You can see we're missing some of the stuff needed to pair people here. I'm going to quickly check in a few wrestlers. All right, so we've got our people checked in. You can click here to see all your people who are checked in. Finally, I'm going to click this button here to finalize the round. And then head over to the pairings tab. This lets you set the allowable age difference for the auto-generated pairing. You still get to manually pair afterwards to fix up anything that didn't get auto-created. 4, 15. Give it 1 second here, and we're going to generate pairings. Okay, the system automatically generates suggested matches for you by age, weight on that range, as well as experience. You can see we've got a few wrestlers here who didn't meet any criteria. So we can either pair them manually, we'll do that here, or leave them be for the next round. As the pairing coordinator, your job now is to assign mats and mark them as complete as they happen. So I'm going to go through and just assign. I'm assuming I have 2 mats here. All right, so we've got those all assigned. If you want to, some teams will do this print bouts button to go really old school and print them out, use a paper cutter, hand them to kids physically, like an old school staging area. It actually works pretty well. And that's one option. Or you can call out matches from the pairing table as well. Remember, this is a low impact, low intensity format, meaning there's no public view of this. It's all internal. It's just meant for quick match pairings. All right, as matches are complete, maybe you have the wrestler come back with their bout sheet. You just go ahead and mark them as complete so that you know which ones to send and which ones are done. All right, so we finished round 1, or maybe we're midway through round 1, and you've got a wrestler who comes in and wants to leave. So before we pair for round 2, we need to finalize the roster. I'm going to go ahead and remove a few wrestlers who told me they're leaving, and also add a few more who came in late. All right, so now we're ready again. Finalizing it for round 2. And then let's generate round 2 here. Give it another second. And you've got round 2. Notice that there's a lot more wrestlers without opponents this time. This is because the system won't pair them if they've already wrestled each other in a previous round. So you might need to manually pair people up as you get going into further rounds, depending on how many wrestlers you've got. Let us know if you have any questions or feedback